Hello.
Hello.
How's everyone doing? Hi to any Patreons watching this on the replay. Thank you for your kind continued support. Hello to anyone who's in the room right now. Let me just get my
We've already got some people in the room. Shall I start saying the people?
Start saying people. Oh, you're there, are you? Yeah, go on then.
So
I'll have my shake.
ADO Head, Meat Eaters Cringe, MK Perennial, Toby Gosling, Soy the Boy, Goat, and Muddy Paws. Hello. Don't think I've missed any.
I'm just having my protons. Hang on. I've got that Vivo Life, what is that? Banana and cinnamon.
Soy the Boy has just sat down with avocado toast and a berry smoothie.
Oh, good
So
choice.
we're starting the live stream after a long breakfast struggle, the best thing to come to.
That's true.
Annie Martin's here, Fat Vegan, Pauline Hilling, Laura Lou, hi, Johnny the Legs, David Gardell. Hello everybody, it's really nice to see you guys.
Like our stream.
Yeah, give us a like please.
Like it, you bloody freaks.
Oh, don't.
That wasn't me, that was Batman.
Oh.
That was Lego Batman. So I could think he's in the house. ADO Head is plucking his nose hair. I did my nose hair today with a trimmer.
Oh, yeah, don't pluck it. I thought you were going to do something at me, so
I was just
closed
showing
my
him
eyes.
to you.
Ah.
What did you think I was going to sneeze all over
I
you?
thought you were going to do like Pebble Piplap or something on the
Oh, yeah, where's Purple Piplup these days?
Embarrassed me.
He don't usually mind. Jill Willie's in the house. Top rack. Ebony Tompkinson. Jackie, I've just had a falafel bowl with the veggies, edamame and quinoa. Sweet.
Nice.
Toby Gosling, not going to chat much, making sourdough, so just listen. Oh, wouldn't mind having to go on the odd sourdough. That's meant to be quite kind on the guts, isn't it? Is that slightly fermented or something? Is that why it's sour, I guess?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. They sell some at a local health food store, but they only had a white loaf, not a brown one, so we didn't get it.
Jesus Christ, Blair! Laura Lily's enjoying a vodka and blackcurrant, you little tinker.
Oh, I suppose it is a Saturday.
How dare you? How dare you have fun? Well, slightly crazy vegans in the house, can't sleep. God damn it.
Ah, it's annoying when you can't sleep. So annoying.
That's frustrating.
I struggle with that all the time.
I recommend this. Of course, I sell it, so I would. Muddy Paws, eating mushroom curry with pineapple and cashews, brown rice. That sounds amazing. Gully Bunsel's in the house. Twisted Hippie. He's on the sourdough tip as well.
Nice.
Vegan Realist is here. Obvs. Fat Vegan, I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. Oh, I try so hard, I can't get enough. What's he talking about? A little bit of how's your father?
I think he was talking about what he was eating or something.
Oh. Chris Grant's in the house, good to see you, my friend. Dragon fan. Asad is in the house. Oh yeah, and then your surname sort of looks like it says Asda. Asdazda. That's a cool name. Is it real? Is it pretend muck about? What is it? I don't know. Laura Lulu is a fan of the CBD oil, as am I. Slightly crazy vegan. Does CBD oil help with sleep? Can you sell it? I guess you're selling it in Australia. So the company I use on this temp, they ship worldwide. So I guess you take a risk. I don't know how they would know it, customs, like what was in there though. So yeah, you'd probably be fine, I would have thought. Yeah, it's great. It's great for sleep, like relaxation, and a host of other things. It's basically a powerful anti-inflammatory, and it just really soothes your mind. It sort of gives your brain a massage.
I was just thinking how I have not been taking that for a long time, and then I haven't been sleeping very well.
You bellend.
I should get on it again. Oh,
It's a shame we don't get it for free.
I know.
What is it, 6? Take some now.
Okay. What about my FODMAP thing? I should check it. Oh yeah, I checked it on the app, but didn't say anything about that.
Well, no, there's no fibre in there or sugars, so it would be fine. AJ Head, I have part baked sourdough baguettes. Wow, I want baguettes.
Nice.
Right, where were we? Keep calm. Is it necessary to meet absolute 100% of your daily micronutrients every single day? A couple of them are probably set too high. I think calcium probably is. Omega-6 probably is. Also, choline probably is. We don't really have much data. I like to aim for about in the middle of the sort of recommendation, about 300 milligrams instead of like 550. But the science is not really there. But yeah, so some of these nutrients, you know, the vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids, omega-3 and 6, they are essential. So if you're not getting adequate, you know, day by day, I mean, maybe if you're a bit short on something one day, you can make up for it the next day. Probably fine. I like to smash it every day just to make sure I'm tip top. How many people are walking around feeling absolutely awesome all of the time? And how many people are hitting all their micronutrient requirements? I think there's a huge correlation. Yep. Soy the boy, you guys should try this white mustard. I've never heard of white mustard. But they add turmeric to make it yellow, so perhaps they just haven't added turmeric in.
Oh, okay.
Avocado, pepper, red onion on toast with some turmeric sprinkled on top. So if you go with the yellow mustard, you've got the turmeric in the mustard. Mustard, avo, pepper, red onion. Yeah, that sounds good actually. My EMO soy mince is safe. Everything's on like a continuum, and then like you've got them absolute most healthy things one end and the absolute least healthy things another end, and soy is going to be somewhere like a mince, like a processed product, somewhere in the middle. Like I think in the context of an otherwise whole foods plant-based diet, like a couple of servings of a processed, more like a processed plant food, like a quality protein powder or some soy, you know, kind of textured vegetable protein, I guess is what you're talking about there. You know, I see that it's not too bad. You know, it's got some good stuff taken out. It's not got anything bad added though, usually. But, you know, it's all on the continuum and you could eat something healthier. However, you know, I have a couple of servings of a processed soy product today and I don't worry about it. I not put my phone on do not disturb and now it's too late. I might get disturbed. Ebony, what are the benefits uses of CBD? I'm intrigued by it, don't really know much about it. So again, it's a powerful anti-inflammatory. For me, I find it as an anxiolytic, so it's very, just chills you out. That makes you feel more sort of comfortable, confident. So I've used it for public speaking and, you know, TV and radio appearances and stuff. I mean, I use it continually now because I love it so much. A lot of people swear by it for pain mitigation, for exercise recovery. I don't really feel those benefits, and I think the reason being that my diet is so anti-inflammatory anyway, so I think there's no further benefit to be had. But I know a lot of people who do swear by it, a cancer survivor, a lot of athletes. Yeah, really good stuff. I can't speak highly enough of CBD. Just make sure that you go into a company that's got all the certificates though, so they're not like a fly-by-night rip-off merchant. If anyone's interested, the one I go with, Honest Hemp. So for all my lovely supporters, they give 30% off your first order and 15% off any subsequent orders. I get a little kickback as well, so it helps to fund the channel. So thanks in advance if you decide to check those out. Link in the description. Yeah, Manny. Selma's here. Oh, good friend Sal. I bet Paul's in the background. How you doing, guys? Good to see you. Well, almost see you. You know what I mean. We're really good. Yeah, we've had a little bit of downtime today. A little bit of downtime, haven't we?
Yeah,
got some sun.
We often try to have downtime, but then we still end up doing some things, or we're still quite busy, aren't we? we don't completely.
We're so driven, aren't we, on the computer jigs and the phones? But we went to the local park.
Yeah.
Well, the park in the city centre, and there was loads of people. There was social distancing was being observed, but there was music, and just I don't know. There was a feeling of excitement in the air, or was it just me?
I felt like it was nice. Like people were appreciating just to see other people. You know, that's how it felt to me. People seemed sort of friendly.
I sort of caught eye contact with a couple of people, and there was smiles where, like, I don't know that would have always been quite that friendly.
Yeah, it was nice. Even though we went there with the intention to just sort of chill out, we still listened to like a YouTube video about how to grow your Instagram. So we're still on the go in a way, you know.
Yeah, we're really excited. So we've been listening to this bit of a genius at Instagram, and he's saying, you know, do your posts well good. And I've been making my posts better, and actually, because it's kind of stagnated, but we're suddenly starting to grow followers again. And he's saying, like, once you're monetized on there, which of course we are, invest £5 to £10 on your post, particularly if a post is doing well. And in that way, you know, you can just get a lot more followers a lot more quickly. So we're going to start investing into that now, aren't we? And because the book is doing so well, and obviously in these live streams as well, like, you know, it's just daft not to. He said, like, you only need to start on £5 or £10 a post, and then, of course, as you gain followers, and that kind of all scales up, and then you slightly put more and more money into that. He reckons you can get like 1 million followers in a year if you really double down on investing back into what it is you're doing. Good quality content, nice photos so you catch the eye, good value content. And then he does this thing at the bottom of the content. It's got some 3 arrow, you know, like fingers, like hands pointing, and it'll say, so I've put follow Hench _Herbivore like 3 times. He reckons that's important. So yeah, we've just done that today. We spotted a couple of posts. They're just being reviewed, and so hopefully soon we'll start to see some faster growth on the gram. And I think that that'll be a better tool than YouTube actually, in terms of just growing and reaching more people.
So much to learn about all this, isn't there? You know, it's not just like you create an account and you do some stuff. Like there's so much to it, all different aspects of the business, isn't there? There's a lot that we've had to learn along the way, and we're still learning. Yeah.
I think now, because you know, I gave up PT a while ago, just giving up doing the plans. Now we've got the time to really look into things, and I can really see, like, I've not really been doing it as effectively as I could have been for, you know, but you know, we're there. We're at the point where we can now like double down and really grow, and I'm excited for the future. I'm really excited. I've been listening to that old Gary Vaynerchuk more as well. Paul is probably watching in the background. Really listening to Gary, and he's just so inspirational. It's just hard to take your foot off the gas though. Yeah. Once you get started with all that. It's good though. Yeah. Right, where were we? Loads more people in the stream. Good to see you guys. I'll just look more for questions now, just so I don't get so far back in the chat. But welcome everyone who's joining the stream. It's good to see you all. Belial kindly donated 5 chuffs here. Helvetic currency to invest. Helvetic. What does that mean? Is he trying to confuse me?
I like your doggy in your avatar. That's very cute.
Helvetic. That sounds like something out of a game or something.
Sounds like it's out of Vikings.
Swiss. Oh yeah, Swiss. Yeah. You're the Swiss guy. I got confused last night. We speak to so many people, don't we? And someone super chatted, and I got them confused. Right. So the chuffs are the Swiss currency. Chuffs. We must remember. Thanks for your support, by the way. Yeah. Bless you. You're really kind. No question. Just support what we're doing because they love them animals, because they're good people. Catherine Hill's about to make a tadka dal. They are delicious. Perfect live stream to listen to. Yeah. Those spices, they rock. They rock. Yeah. We're having a good one, Gurdeep. How are you doing? Are you having a good weekend? Just a minute. Is pickled onion a probiotic sauce? I don't know. I've not heard such.
It would have to be like unpasteurised, wouldn't it? The whole. I don't think it's like they put little onions in and then they let them sit for a long time. It was probably they cook them, do they?
I think they're raw and they're pickled, so it's just I don't even really know, if I'm honest. I'll put my hand up. I don't bloody know.
I would think we'd know something about that.
If they were, you mean?
Yeah, if they were, it's what I think, because we know about sauerkraut and different things. I feel like we'd know. Goji Man recently recommended me to have some fermented foods, and that was not one thing that he said.
No, and he did reel off a big long list, didn't he?
So I'm going to say no, but again, you know, like Paul just said, like, you know, we're not sure. Cowboy!
So the vinegar's going to be acidic, isn't it? Unless, you know, they don't use apple cider vinegar. So that would be the right environment for some probiotics, for some Prevotella strains. But that needs investigating. What an interesting question. Nice one, Yasmin. Yeah. Hannah's Bitchy Kitchen kindly donated £4.99. That's an awesome name, isn't it? Love you guys, great content lately and enjoying Gemma's mindfulness post too. Just wanted to say hi. No questions, just sharing the love. Thank you so much, my darling. You rock! You freaking rock!
Thank you for following me on the Instagram. I appreciate that. I'm trying to grow my platform a little bit. I'm talking more about like mental health stuff a bit more on there, really.
That's good because we make a more complete package, don't we?
Package. Yeah.
Yasmin, I thought it was a fermented food, but no, I'm not sure. I don't like sauerkraut. Yeah, I don't think it's fermented. I don't think it's fermented. Someone should run a Google search, and I'm interested. Sagiji. Probably butchered that name, sorry. Why are you guys allowed to exist? You guys are such warm bubbles of sunshine, and together you create a vortex of love that pulls us together.
I think that is the person who was saying last night that they have a crush on us. And they want to marry us. That was very cute, that comment.
Yeah, that's lovely. We were saying today, like, we do feel really, really loved, and it's just odd that you guys are all over the world, and like we've not even seen most of your faces, and yeah, it's just beautiful though. What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel very lucky. Oh, where was I? Twisted Hippies in the house and Graven babies. Good to see ya. Oh, Selma's saying, can't wait for your YouTube channel, Gemma.
Oh yeah, I just replied. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I've just not really had a lot of time to... I've done 4 meditations so far, but I want to... Well, I've written them up. I haven't recorded them because the squeakers upstairs aren't back to work, so it's hard to
goddamn squeakers.
Trying to get the cookbook done first, I think. I'm trying to prioritise that.
I was trying to shoot a video yesterday. I filmed half an hour. The camera overheated, so I had to have a rest. But then I found out the sound recorder wasn't working. So I had to start again. And then when I started again, it got really squeaky overhead. I had to keep like waiting for ages, knowing that the camera's overheating all the time, because the studio's backs onto the conservatory, which is like overly hot.
So hot.
And that video just took forever. I was hoping to shoot and edit it. I just managed to get it filmed before I live streamed yesterday. So really, oh wow, really decided that we want to get out of here and
we want to move, not be in a flat, so we're surrounded by noise. We want to be in a house.
There's just certain things like bottlenecks which are slowing us down, and like this house, this flat has now become the main one. So it's got to go. Wow.
God.
Wow. How do I pronounce this? I want to pronounce it well. Saurabh Gupta, do I pronounce that? Very generously donated £100. That is crazy.
Jesus.
What a beautiful soul. Back to work on Monday, sort of, as I'm a teacher, so might not be joining the Hangout so often. I'm motivated by getting fit and healthy like you, but this is everything you are doing for preventing animal suffering and inspiring others to do so. To a lovely couple. No question, just being extremely... I'm lost for words. Thank you so much, my friend. That's beautiful.
Wow.
I don't know what to say now, do you?
No, I don't know what to say.
We're just going to sit here quietly for the rest of the hour.
1 minute of appreciation.
Can we have a round of applause for Saurabh, please?
That is a lot of money. That is so generous, and that feels like such a vote of confidence in what we're doing. And that's,
you know, and that gets us closer to moving out, getting a new computer for
being
you,
more
which
productive.
we need.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that is a huge vote of confidence, isn't it?
Yeah.
That feels so good.
It's like if you happen to, or you could imagine it if it's never happened to you, you're in a job and your boss is great to you and says, oh, you're doing such a great job, I appreciate you so much, I'm so lucky that you're here doing this, and all nice things like that. You know, it's like someone's, you know, having a boss like that and feeling that appreciated. Like that.
I've never been that appreciated in a job before.
Yeah, that's how like we feel, you know, when you guys come and join us all the time and super chat or share our videos or like whatever, you know.
Thank you so much, Saurabh. You are amazing. Wow. Wow. Lovely people. Lovely, lovely people. Toby Gosling's kindly donated £4 Great British pounds and 99 Great British pence. Thanks, bro. We'll make a wholemeal sourdough for you two when you come down to Brighton. That would rock. That would so rock. I really want to get down to Brighton.
Definitely
I really want to
do a meet up down there.
Yeah.
Just waiting a little longer until we know. We're allowed to meet more and more people over time, but you still have to keep a distance. I don't know how long it's going to be until you're allowed to, say, all be in a restaurant together or something. I mean, that feels like months off, does it?
Yeah.
You know, which is a real shame.
Toby, did you go into Erpingham House? I believe that opened for 3 days in Brighton before the COVID thing struck. So, yeah, one of our friends is the owner, so we were thinking maybe we could hire that out, or... don't know. Wow. Anyway, Toby had no question, just supporting what we're doing because he's awesome. He loves animals. He thinks we're doing a good job. And I got a big hug for you when we were allowed to embrace. Thank you so much, Toby. Bless you. Yeah, I would like some sourdough.
I'm not usually so much a hugger. I'm becoming more and more of a hugger over the years. But I feel like I've got a big hug for all of you guys whenever we can see you at a camp out or a veg fest or a whatever. Yeah. Oh,
and Saurabh said, by the way, perfect pronunciation of my name. Yes!
Oh, nice.
Yes, yes, yes. Pardon my stupidity if I get this extremely wrong. Are you Indian, Saurabh? Or are you in that neck of the woods? We have some... we have a few Indian friends, don't we? Vijay and his family.
Oh, yeah.
And then Raj, who used to be at the gym, and Raj at the chemist there. Yeah. Lovely people, lovely culture. And, yeah, just beautiful people from the dealings I've had. Yeah. That sounded reverse racist, but that's all right, isn't it? Oh, I don't know, you just worry about saying the wrong thing all the bloody time, don't you now? It's so easily... yeah. Like, done. Oh. Pomo Dorino, our lovely friend, is in the house. Kindly donated £5 Great British pounds, supporting what it is that we're doing. Thank you, brother. Damn connection keeps failing. I have to leave. Why all beautiful souls? Oh, no. Oh, thank you so much for the donation. I'm glad that you can't stay. This is rubbish. Our internet's been a bit choppy. Before the whole lockdown thing, it was like mega fast, like just ridiculous, wasn't it? Yeah. Ah, thanks, Pomo. Oh, God damn it! Oh, Simon Hambling, my IRL friend.
no way. Hi, Simon.
What's it going on? What's it going on, Simon?
What are you bleeding dead on?
What are you bleeding dead on?
We should explain what that means.
Yeah.
That means, what are you
What
doing?
are you doing?
In Norfolk.
How are you doing, Simon? What are you up to these days? I hope you're not still throwing people through locked doors without realising they were locked. We used to work together as doormen, and one time we didn't know the door was locked as we burst through it with someone with alarming consequences.
God.
There you go. We need to hook up at some point, Simon. After all this nonsense is over, it would be great to see you, brother. Really, really good. Oh, funnily enough, I was speaking to Rob Chinman today. He was another doorman that we used to work together with at the same club. We were reminiscing this time where there was this big like special event on, and there was this like outside productions. These sort of people, they put this event on, but they had it in our club, and we didn't realise that everyone was like connected, and something went a bit silly. I ended up like throating someone, but then his girlfriend jumped on my back, and then Rob tried to push her off, accidentally broke her nose, and we had our backs to this fire exit, and the whole of the, optic, and they've got the back fire doors, the gents' toilets, the bottom of the stairs, that was filled with people who wanted to kill us, and me and Rob had our backs to the doors, and there was just like a stare down. And we thought we were going to get murdered. And just because I was so crackers, I don't know what really happened, but I ended up headbutting the wall because there was like, you couldn't really like try to fight them all because there was too many, but like nothing was happening. And I just got really frustrated. And I will point out I was bonkers and full of steroids at the time, and that's a stupid thing to do. But I put a big hole in this wall and everyone just went. And then I had a real bad come down. It was like, it's sort of life or death, and the next minute it's all gone. And I felt like really deflated. I felt like depressed. And Rob, I hadn't known him that long, but he got me to come back to his house, and he gave me a beer and sat me down, and he really looked after me. I was so stupid. Don't ever do steroids.
And don't be a doorman.
Don't be a doorman.
That adrenaline, and then you have an adrenaline dump, and you might have to fight for your life and all that. Don't do that either.
It was the first time I'd ever felt that. It was like life or death, and then it was nothing, and just I guess I had an adrenaline dump or whatever, and I just felt really empty, and I don't know. It was really psychologically, it really messed me up. Wow. I think if it had come to blows, like that would have been different, because it didn't. But it looked like it bloody well was going to. Yeah. That was a really weird experience. I can't say I had that again, though. That really freaked me out. I was thinking, I feel depressed. Like, this isn't me. Like, what? It really did my head in. Was that the most
sort of scary, outnumbered situation that you had? Or did you just get used to it? Okay. How many jobs are there where you have a situation like that, where doormen don't get paid enough?
That is a stupid job, everyone. Don't ever do that job. You don't get paid enough. You can get like blinded or killed or or just wounded so that you can't work, and then like who's paying your mortgage? You know what I mean? Stupid job. I did it for 12 years. Like I don't learn very quickly.
I think you meant it.
Super chat. Healthy Herbivore kindly donated $5 Australian. Hi Hench and Gemma, I eat a whole food plant-based diet. Nice. However, I have major depression and drink too much to try and stop. Yeah, so I mean, just in terms of products and things, CBD oil, great for depression and anxiety. I use it as an anxiolytic, and it's very, very powerful, and got me over my fear of like public speaking and ting. Work with a counsellor, I guess, is it?
Yeah, I mean, like it's hard to give like an answer that might necessarily fit your situation, because it's hard to know, we don't know all the details, but drinking, it like numbs our negative emotions, doesn't it? It makes us feel better. So I can understand that, if you're feeling like depressed, and maybe if that's gone on for a little while, and then you do something like drink alcohol and you feel better, I can see the...
It's just tempting, isn't it? Like we want a quick fix because we don't want to feel horrible. Like that's very, very natural.
So it seems to me like the answer is to seek out ways to find permanent relief where the alcohol, that coping mechanism is not needed anymore. And yeah, obviously the first thing that I think of is counselling, because sometimes if we kind of get stuck in a pattern using coping mechanisms, sometimes we can get out of it ourselves, but sometimes we might feel a bit stuck, like I need some support with this and someone to help. And a lot of counsellors get specifically trained with alcohol and different types of coping mechanisms, so they're just such a great support. They can give you tools and different ways to cope or to release your emotions so they don't build up, and then you have then you want to have a drink. Counselling. Hi, cowboy.
And find the right counsellor. Like so many people, the first counsellor comes along, perhaps they don't resonate, like they don't sort of click.
They think counselling's not for me.
But take it from us, both Gemma and myself have used counsellors in the past and had massive benefits.
I've had one that was terrible and I thought, I don't like this counselling, this is weird. And I've had one that I've seen now for 3 or 4 years and she's incredible, and I've healed so much trauma and things that I was so stuck with, and I'm just in so many ways doing it incredible now, and I wouldn't have come that far with those things if I hadn't been seeing her. That's not to say you necessarily have to see someone for 4 years. I'm still choosing to see her because I am just, I don't know, I'm just enjoying having someone to be with to carry on my integration journey. But
if you're over the age of 25, I've seen that a lot of people have amazing benefits with addictions, combating them, that is, with plant medicines.
Yes.
So, and in fact, in Imperial College London, they're studying it, and they say it's great stuff.
Yes.
So
and like treatment-resistant depression, those are the people that they're treating, not just regular depression. I want to say, I don't think that's the right term, but yeah, it's like depression where they've had antidepressants and they've not helped, and they've tried counselling and that's not helped. So
so you're saying actually for the depression, because I was thinking more in terms of the dependency, but so does both, can it?
Yes, I thought that's what they were looking at that college, was for depression, wasn't it? Were you saying it was for addictions?
Yeah, sorry, they were at PTSD and all sorts, weren't they?
Yeah.
But also we've seen with addictions, iboga, ayahuasca, these kinds of plant medicines. If you're under the age of 25, I understand that you shouldn't do them because it can mess up your brain development.
Yeah.
But supposedly, don't take our word for it, do some research, but I understand that it's quite safe, and but you need to do it in the right setting with the right people, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And we all need support, we all need people to help us. We were talking in the park today, we were saying it's community, and just being around people is so important, isn't it? So community and a sense of purpose can be really helpful with depression. So
being of service to others as well.
So there's 6 different emotional needs that are really important, and so one is being of service, so doing things for others. That can help us to step outside of our pain, which can feel so encompassing, and it feels like that's everything. Our existence is pain, but sometimes if we can help others, we step outside of that pain for a bit, and it reminds us that other things kind of exist. It pulls us out of it. It's really helpful. And a sense of purpose, that there's some kind of meaning to life, even if you start off with it being something small and kind of work up to something, because we don't always know what it is that we want to do, what our purpose is, but working towards it, having a reason just to get up out of bed. Something simple that I did a long time ago when I was really struggling was each night before I go to bed, I'd write a list of things to look forwards to the next day, or things I wanted to do. And at first it was so slow. It was I'm going to look forward to drinking a cup of my favourite tea. That was all I could imagine. I couldn't imagine any sort of bigger than that. And then the things got bigger and better, and sort of from there. Yeah, things to look forward to, a sense of purpose. I hope those are some helpful thoughts. There's probably a 1,000,001 things, that different opinions and things, about depression. So
the food is a great start because you're it's anti-inflammatory. You're going to be eating some things that lower your monoamine oxidase, so you're going to get more free monoamines. But then obviously that alcohol is then feeding pathogenic gut bacteria and killing the good bacteria. And the good bacteria, they produce serotonin and dopamine actually from the short chain fatty acids they produce.
So they're saying that,
Sorry, our body manufactures
that they
them
are
from
seeing
that.
a therapist, just hard
Good.
sometimes. Work out, lift weights, still drink. That guy's trying to help you get better. Yeah, so a counsellor, they won't take away a coping mechanism until you've got the, well, I say like take it, it's like they've got the choice, but they won't be encouraging you, I mean to say, really, to necessarily get rid of, straight away, completely get rid of a coping mechanism if they don't think that you've got the, like, if there's not a way to survive without it. Does that make sense? Like, just to suddenly say, oh, you shouldn't, do that, or to try to change you in some way, like, that's the way that you've coped and survived, and that's the way that you're like living. So sometimes things can just sort of take a little time to work on the stuff that's underneath, and then when you're able, then you can start like changing things like coping mechanisms. I hope that made sense. I don't feel like I'm totally coherent.
I think you're great.
Okay. Yeah.
And thank you so much for the super chat. And do always come on here and
Yes.
chat with us.
And
We
good
love
luck.
you.
Yeah.
Let's send some love.
Yes.
Let's send some love. Let's see some
Herbivore.
healthy herbivore. Let's see some love heart
Yeah.
emojis. Let's send them love. Let's heal them. Let's all really concentrate on them feeling well. I'm giving healthy herbivore a mental cuddle.
And I know I say this all the time, but pain convinces us that we are, the two things, we're alone in that pain and that it will last forever, and neither are true. If you think back, you'll be able to remember emotions that you felt in the past. You no longer feel those. Sometimes we can feel like we're feeling something for a really long time, but no feeling lasts forever, and we're not alone in our pain. Sometimes we look out and it looks like everyone's doing fine except us, and we're just alone in this bubble of pain.
Yeah.
But no, if you really knew, we're all struggling with all different things at all different times. There's ups and downs in our life, and yeah, you're not alone.
When my mum died, that took me like a year to get over it. It took me a good 12 months to get over it. I was really happy, in an amazing relationship, had a great job, blah, blah, blah. But I just kept having this continual thought, well, everything I know and love will be dust soon enough, so what's the point? I kept having that in the back of my mind, and it was like I couldn't really be happy for about a year. And that was a while ago now, and now, obviously I miss my mum, and I wish I could show her like what we've accomplished, in the world. She would be amazed. I mean, I don't think she'd believe that you can, do something like this, that, not that she was like pre-internet, but my dad was a bricklayer, she was a cleaner, they had very sort of, I guess you'd call it blue collar jobs or whatever. And now you can help people all over the world to heal themselves, to inspire them to not hurt animals, to help save the planet. And I just wish I could bloody tell them both, but they died before I really sort of blossomed. So, but I don't know why I've gone off on that tangent. But what I'm trying to say is, you do get over it, and you will look back, and you'll have passed it. And so just keep going.
Yeah. I'm glad you've got support. I'm glad you're working with a counsellor, and I hope it's going well with them. And don't be afraid to swap to someone new if it doesn't feel like it's right or it's working. Yeah. Oh, we've had a lot of hearts, a lot of love.
That's beautiful.
That's good. Yeah.
Boom. Right, let's go forwards a little bit in the chat. And if I miss your comment or question, do pop it back in the chat, but I like to keep fairly up to date if possible. Sekiji, I lost my mum too at 19. Oh, wow, that's horrible. And then my dad like 2 years after, then my cat, and now, didn't we? There is only more love and freedom from suffering. Oh, bless you.
Yeah. Loss is hard, yeah. So it takes a while. Yeah, like you were saying.
Yeah, bless your heart.
Yeah.
Matthew, I feel I've come so far with health, diet and emotional. I wish I could share it with my dad. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. I don't know what happens. You know, are we spiritual beings having a human experience? You know, maybe he knows. Gemma, shall we talk about it or no?
What?
But that weird thing that happened to you after I did that interview on the BBC World Service.
Go for it. I can't really remember it, so just yeah.
You said that you heard my mum.
Oh yeah, 2 things have happened to me actually. The other day when I was in the kitchen, I told you about my granddad.
Oh yeah.
2 things have happened to me over the last few years, and that nothing like this has ever happened to me before. So you were on a BBC World Service. So we were sitting on the bed, we were like chatting about it, and I had this.
Hang on, I feel like you've been a bit blasé. I was on the largest media platform in the world, the BBC World Service radio show, News Hour. I got to speak to 166 million people about how great veganism is. Luckily, it was at my local radio station. I thought it was Radio Norfolk, or I would have peed my pants and not dared to go down there and open my mouth. But anyway, I digest. Do go on. What I'm trying to say is I'm great.
You are great. You did a great thing. I don't really know how to describe it really now. It's been a long time.
You said it like a knowing.
I had this internal knowing, and I got like tears in my eyes, and I said to him, "Your mum's really proud of you." And I knew it in my being. It wasn't like I heard it or saw it. Like, we've got all these different senses, and one of them is like just an internal knowing kind of thing.
If you subscribe to all this spiritual mumbo jumbo, like, we are part of mass consciousness, but we're kind of splintered off, and we sort of forget so that we can have contrast and experience. I'm not saying this is real. I'm just saying this is what people say who are into spiritual mumbo jumbo. I'll call it that. I'm not trying to be poo-pooing of it, because there's probably something going on, isn't there? What do I know? I've just got these 5 senses. Sorry, what were you saying?
I just knew it. I just knew that his mum was proud of him, and that I was getting that kind of message, if you like. Like, I was a sort of vessel for the message. So make of that.
What was the other one?
Make of that what you will. I stood in the kitchen a few days ago, maybe a week or 2 ago. I've been struggling a lot. I have been struggling with my health. I wasn't feeling very great, and I was cooking, and I smelt my granddad, who has passed. Sometimes people have a smell. I just smelled.
Old man smell.
I just smelled something, and then I thought.
Was it old man smell?
Yeah, and I just thought, that smell is my granddad. Like, just if I could encompass him into a smell, that is him. It was like a musty kind of
tobacco and farts.
Tobacco-y, musty old kind of a smell. And I just smiled to myself, and I just came through here, just was like crying, like I just smelled my granddad. You know, and maybe it's nothing, maybe a smell came in through the window, like who knows what it was, but in that moment it was like, I don't know, I just had this nice feeling, and yeah, just interesting.
I've had that same experience. I went to see my mum one day. I was really tired. I went to see my mum, and then she was going to nip to the shops to get a little bit of stuff and come back. So I said, all right, I'll just have a snooze on the sofa, and then I'll see you when you get back. And when I woke up, I smelled my dad's aftershave, and it was, I don't know if you guys are probably not old enough, most of you, but there was, in the 70s, there was an aftershave called High Karate. It's real, like, pungent, real strong, really unique, like really identifiable smell. And it was like he was sitting next to me, and I just had this massive smile came over my face. And I just knew that he'd come to see me. I knew it, like Gemma was saying, like a sort of knowing, and yeah, that was amazing. Yeah. So, have you guys smelled people who have passed, or is it just us? Right, let's not go too far down that route. Simply Repair Apple Certified Technician kindly donated £9.99. That's very generous of you. Thank you so much, my friend. I'm so appreciative of you two and other vegan YouTubers. Recently with the John Venus debacle, I became much more passionate about the animal rights side of things. Nice. So that's one positive thing from it. Yeah, good man. Let's all let's all double our efforts, and then it'll be irrelevant about John Venus. Thank you so much. Have you got a YouTube channel? Is that why you're called Simply Repair? See, I can't just go and check. I'm going to have a look. Whereabouts in the UK are you, my friend? Let's see if they've got a channel on the go. Yeah, they've got a channel. Yeah, so if you want some Apple stuff, how to repair, go and follow Simply Repair, Apple Certified Technician. They've got a YouTube channel all about it. You couldn't come round and mend my phone, can you? It's an iPhone 11, is it? No, 8. iPhone 8. Thank you so much, my friend. That's really kind of you. Really, really generous. Segi G, you are awakening. You are pure consciousness. The only mess we are cleaning up is ego, the belief in separateness. All conflict and suffering, it's awakening. It's ours. We all waking and connecting.
Yeah.
I feel that that's a thing. I mean, you can't quantify it, can you? So, like, a skeptic will say, like, well, how do you measure that? Like, prove it. Where's your double-blind, placebo-controlled trial? And but sometimes you just feel things, don't you? And how arrogant to say, like, oh, that can't be right. We can't measure it. Like, he says you've got the right senses to be able to detect it for a start. Like, dogs can hear, like, high-pitched noises that we can't, but they're there, you know? Interesting stuff. Thanks for your kind words, the Brian inside the head. That's cool. Toby Gosling, feel your pain. Hench lost my mum in 2009 and wish she was here all the time. Yep, bless your heart. I'm sorry to hear that. Trisha Tippy, my mum died in February. She's still around. I feel that. That's nice. Sorry for your loss, brother.
Yeah.
Zactivist, how many streams do I have to join for the wrench? We'll see. Keep trying, keep plugging away. Did you see I gave you a shout out today, Zactivist, on my stories? I thought I'd throw you a freaking bone here. Toby Gosling, you lovely man, kindly donated £4.99. Sending loves and hugs to everyone that's lost someone they loved.
Oh, that's nice.
You guys, I just love this stream so much.
Yes.
I don't think I've felt so close to a group of people and I've never bloody met you. It's mad, isn't it?
And I appreciate all the vulnerability, everyone talking about, you know, they're feeling depressed or they're, you know, different things that are happening or their losses, you know.
It's huge, isn't it?
Yeah, it can be hard to be so authentic about struggles, you know. So, yeah, just amazing. Anyone who's being that honest and about where they're at, you know. Yeah, I appreciate that.
On a different note, who the hell's this? Who is this? Jojo left him round from Family Freedom Vlogs. Jake, what do you think about fruitarianism? Also, what toiletries do you use? I've talked about that a few times on this stream, so I'm just going to give you the Cliff Notes version. Some people say it works and they've got great blood markers. I did it for a couple of years. I say I did. I had a couple of protein shakes on top. You know, I think unless you're living in like Costa Rica or, you know, somewhere with great tropical fruit year round, I think it's difficult. From what I understand about the gut microbiome, it's going to be too limited to have the greatest health outcome. So supposedly the more range of whole plant foods we eat, the greater our gut diversity in terms of Prevotella strains of bacteria, then the greater potential for, you know, mental and physical health. And so, yeah, I don't like it from that perspective. I didn't get on that well with it. I felt I had a lot of dysbiosis. My gut was never really great until I went more starch-centric. I still eat a lot. Don't get me wrong. I eat a lot of fruit. I eat a hell of a lot of fruit. today we bought papaya and tamarinds and mangoes. We've got them little yellow honey mangoes from Bangladesh. God damn. Gemma was at the True North Clinic in Santa Rosa, you know, and that's where people go for like medically supervised fasting and just healing and just eating like healthy whole plant foods. And they don't recommend fruitarianism. And they said that they've not seen a healthy long-term frugivore. So I don't know. I don't want to poo-poo it because like some people say they're doing great and their bloods are great, etc., etc., etc. But I would prefer to see a range of whole plant foods. Yeah.
Yeah, good
Is that
words.
good words?
Yeah, and what toiletries do we use? I don't feel like
I use a lot of toilet paper.
we get that from Who Gives a Crap, because they give 50% of their profits to help build toilets in other countries, which I think is awesome.
Yeah,
I don't
they're great.
feel like we use specific brands as such.
You make our deodorant, don't you?
Oh yeah, I make our deodorant.
Talk about that.
So that's coconut oil, shea butter, arrowroot, and bicarbonate of soda. So mix. You can look up the recipe for that really easily. Works really, really well. We just use like a bar of soap. We just get ones in like a paper little box. Anyone from any sort of health food shop. Toiletries. What else?
Just really minimal, like no chemical ingredients, are they? These things? They're all natural.
Natural stuff. Yeah, I don't know what else I can tell you. I get shampoo and conditioner from Green People because they're quite natural. What else?
We don't use a lot of sort of products, do we?
We have like CBD, like butter, body butter that we might put on our skin sometimes. Or I
From,
use
from
coconut
Honest
oil.
Hemp. And again, that's all just natural ingredients, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not into like. I mean, you might use like some aftershave from King's.
Yeah, big
They're
up
good.
King's Aftershave. It's an amazing fragrance and real, you know, all the ethical stuff going on.
They give a lot of money to like mental health charities.
Yeah.
They do. They're a really great company.
Yeah,
It's all
really.
vegan.
Blue there, who runs that, he's an awesome fella.
Yeah. Oh, I get like makeup from Bare Minerals, or I think I might get some stuff from maybe Tropic.
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, that's all I can sort of tell you really.
Good words.
That's what you were interested in. I think you've had 2 super chats.
Super chat. Healthy Herbivores back with 5 Australian dollars. Thank you very much. How to deal with family members who say they care about animals and don't want to listen. So say they care about animals, don't want to listen to your opinions. How to deal with non-vegan things in your house. I think number one, like, see, this could very possibly lead to depression if you're having to fall out with your loved ones. Like you don't, you know, you want to feel connected, don't you? And of course you worry about their health. You think, I'm a good person, so I've stopped hurting animals. My friends and my family are good people, so obviously when I tell them they'll stop. But they need to come to it in their own time. And I think you actually stop trying, which may sound really counterintuitive. I think you lead by example.
Stop trying so hard.
Yeah.
Or at all. But yeah, whatever's necessary.
Don't think that that's your... So many times I hear from people, like vegans, that they've been on at their parents or other siblings, whatever, for so long, and that, you know, that was just causing rifts and that wasn't getting anywhere, and then someone else happened to say the same words, and they've gone vegan off the back of it.
Think of it as like you're butting heads, and that can't go anywhere. It just is escalating. But if one of you just like releases some of that feeling of pressure in the relationship, then maybe there can be a bit of a relax, and then maybe there's more room to be heard and for a new way of relating. Yeah.
How to deal with non-vegan things in the house. So, you know, mostly we've just been on our own, but we did stay with Gemma's dad for a while. And what did we have, a separate fridge?
We had a separate fridge, so that's one way that we dealt with things. Separate pans and things that we, you know, so you're not cooking meat on the they're not cooking meat on the same pan as where you're cooking, you know, plant foods. Yeah, maybe could you go in the kitchen at like different times so that you don't have to smell things and look at things. Yeah, and maybe like if you relax your approach just a bit, just enough like for a time, I wonder if then there could just be some room to approach it a little differently and talk in terms of not like what they should be doing or giving them facts and information, but talk about how you feel, how you've been feeling in the relationship. Like, you know, like, oh, I've noticed that we've been kind of butting heads on this, and that's made me feel really sad because I feel like we're not as close as we were, or something like that. You know, how you feel, if that's how you feel, or you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And talk in terms of, I know I've been maybe like, I know I've been really going on about this, but just because I care about you and I've seen, you know, a lot of scary stuff, and like I'm worried about you because I love you, or just like maybe a different approach. I don't know if those words are helpful, but
Healthy herbivore. Do you do like a lot of activism in your sort of day to day? And I mean, do you kind of look at the footage and things often? I'm just wondering if that's sort of playing into your sort of depression there, because I could easily be depressed if I was doing too much in the way of that. So my thing is to focus on the solution rather than the problem, and so. I try not to look at too much of the
yes.
images, even things where animals are just scared or whatever. I try not to look at,
Yeah.
and I know it's happening, and I just use that as fuel to try and advocate. And for me, my best form of advocacy is to talk of the health benefits, the health risks of not being whole foods plant-based, and just show that you can be big and strong, and it can benefit you in terms of getting lean and, you know, exercise recovery. You know, we've all got our USP, and perhaps you're a good activist, and you're more of a traditional sort of activist, and you talk about the ethics. But I've seen so many activists in that way burn out from overly, you know, thinking of it all the time, and that's just natural. But you know, what I will say is be kind to yourself, and we're no good to the animals if we're not in a good place.
Yeah.
And if we're depressed, you know, if we're angry, etc., 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 we just look like a club that people won't want to be a part of because they don't want to feel like they're going to be like ridiculed or, you know.
Yeah.
We need to, So we need to be kind to ourselves, is what I'm trying to say. So do be kind to yourself, and
Good words.
yeah, it's hard, isn't it though, because we know what's going on and we want to stop it yesterday, you know.
Yes.
Which is natural. You sound like a good person.
Yeah. And just one final thought that I had is, don't be afraid to tell people how you're feeling by their like actions and things. Like, I think sometimes we can assume that people will know how we feel, and sometimes if you just really like come out with something in a really honest way, like, oh wow, when you just said that, I just felt really invalidated, or I just really felt sad because I'm not feeling very heard, or like if you just point out in a really factual, obvious way what you see is happening in the relationship, like right now in that moment, it can really like kind of like wake people up. They can be like really surprised by it, because often in our lives we don't talk in such an obvious way about what's happening in the here and now, like within that relationship. Just pointing it out, like, even if you were to say, like, I noticed we're really butting heads on this, like something like that can just really break the pattern of what's happening. And do you see what I'm kind of getting?
Pattern interrupt.
Yeah, kind of. Exactly. Interrupting the pattern and making that person have to think about what is going on right now, because we often don't. We're in such a habitual way of like relating, and especially with family, we're relating to them in the same way that we've related to probably our whole lives, you know, possibly. Sometimes it just takes a moment to step back and say what you see is happening right now, and it can really surprise people, and it can make them kind of go, oh, okay, yeah. Then they might have to think about what they're doing or what's going on.
Great words. I really hope that helped. That's hard when it's family, isn't it?
Yes.
That's really hard. DJ Cat kindly donated $5 Australian 64. Shark! That amount of money activates the shark, if you didn't know. Hey all, did you see Earthraiser, the Patrick Bohemian Kickstarter campaign, has already reached 50% of its target?
Yay.
Oh, goddamn!
Nice.
Insert shark. It's really funny when he's right up to the camera. If you guys didn't know, Patrick Bohemian spent the last 4 years writing a screenplay. He's just had the epiphany, actually, let's do this as a graphic novel first. And he started a Kickstarter, and I didn't know he's got halfway already. That is awesome. So if you guys have a look on my YouTube community tab or on my Facebook or Instagram feeds, you'll see that I've shared his Kickstarter, And so this superhero, he's kind of like a Wolverine type character, like a sort of military sort of weapon. He's like I guess he was human, but he's been turned into this sort of weapon. But accidentally, he now feels that animal's pain like his own. And he wasn't vegan, but because he now feels what it's like for other animals to feel that fear and pain, so he's become like an animal rights superhero. And the idea of that was then non-vegans can kind of sympathise with him, like they can relate to him, and they're not thinking, oh, this is a vegan like bit of propaganda. You know, it's more like, oh, how would I feel if yeah, do you know what I mean? It's not like he's called Veggie Boy or something.
Reminds me of Carnist? No, what is that?
Oh,
you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
What is that called?
Come on. We could get through this together,
Come
people.
on, between us, so we can remember it.
I can't even remember the bloody comedian's name now.
It was on the TV.
Carnage. Carnage.
God, we got there in the end. Well done. Yeah. What you're saying reminds me of that show.
Yeah.
Anyway,
do check out his Kickstarter. We need to get that off the ground. We donated a little bit to him. So, yeah. And if you can't donate, just share it everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we can get that made into a real thing. That'll be amazeballs.
Here's another super chat.
Super chat. Oh, I saw a good friend again. Sorab kindly donated 10 Great British pounds. I really like your edgy sense of humour. I know a lot of people are offended by Gary Yurovsky. I like him, but get why people do not. Yeah. But I think your hits at the right level. Can't stop watching this chat. Wow, that's a huge compliment. That guy is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
Aww. We need all different people and with all different approaches, don't we? And I sometimes wonder, like, when people talk about finding it hard to talk to family and, you know, and the things that I say, I sometimes worry, like, am I being a little, I want to use the word, like, sort of soft, you know, and not, you know, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
no.
Like, I sort of worry, like, is my advice, the sort of things that I'm saying or we're saying, is it not, like, enough, like, hard enough, like, you know, to be pushing and, you know. Yeah, I feel, I worry that, you know, what I'm saying is a bit soft, but I think we need different people saying all different things. And, yeah, maybe for even connecting with, like, family, like, things that different people say, one of those might work. So if you hear different things from different people, maybe eventually you'll hear something that is like, oh, yeah, that would work with my dad or whatever. Yeah. I don't know.
Good words. Thank you for your kind support. Monster Man, are you still practicing zero waste? We've never practiced zero waste. We've certainly been trying a lot harder than we used to. We get all our produce, we get all our produce plastic free. We can't get quite so much now, can we? So we get most of it plastic free. Sometimes we do have to get it with a bit of plastic. Now, since the COVID thing, we had been doing really well on that front. But
there's a zero waste shop that we used to go to, but that's shut down. It's only just opened up again. So we were having to buy things again, like sacks of beans and different things, where normally we'd get it zero waste. But we've been trying to buy big bags, so it's less waste, less packaging.
But we'll be using them again now. The one thing I am really ashamed of is I keep getting the San Pellegrino fizzy waters, because they're helping me get through my diet. But, you know, they're in plastic bottles. But I actually had a look, because I got so upset with myself, had a look online, and you can buy cases of them in glass, so we ordered some of those, so that's good. But yeah, we're not trying to be perfect. It's hard, isn't it? You could do it, you could go zero waste, but I think that would be such a Spartan lifestyle, and I like to have a good range of different produce for my gut microbiome, and also I like to show like a variety of things on my social media, because of course I'm trying to get people to come over to veganism, and if I'm just eating the same, you know, seasonal stuff that you get without plastics and things, it's going to be such a narrow range of things. But we ought to all be going zero waste. So I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. Yeah. He's off.
And just like to point out, Healthy Herbivore is saying that they don't do activism, but they've watched slaughterhouse footage, including Dominion. Yeah, I would find that I could not watch that. So yeah, I invite you to notice how that sort of stuff makes you feel, because I get that it's really important that we know what's going on and use that to fuel us to take whatever action that is right for us to take. But that is hard. That's hard. A hard thing to watch, for sure, for anyone.
Okay, so Healthy Herbivore is saying, I have social anxiety. I used to suffer from that so badly. Just going to advocate for animals. So, and you put a sad face. So, like we were saying earlier, action is the antidote to despair. And so I think what I would invite you to do is find ways of activism where you don't need to be face-to-face or whatever, where you don't need to be confrontational. Yes. Again, for me, I'm just showing, you can have a muscly, lean physique. Here are the foods you eat to be healthy. And I'm just punting that out. That's activism. What we're doing now is activism. But it doesn't, that's not how you traditionally see an activist. And even the word activist has such negative connotations for a lot of people. You could be an animal advocate, and you don't even need to speak of the animals. You could just promote kind of healthy vegan foods. Snacktivism, if you've got people around you and you can do some cooking and they can try the foods.
You could visit an animal sanctuary and take some photos of the cute animals there and just post those online, and not even necessarily say anything, about veganism, but show people like a cute pig, just to plant a seed.
And then maybe put a tempeh bacon recipe.
Yeah, like there's so many things, isn't there, that you can do. I think that we really have to pay attention to our mental health and notice how things make us feel, because we can all do it. I can do it. Put these kind of shoulds and these expectations on ourselves, like, oh, I should be watching this, or I should be doing that, I should know what's going on, but without taking care of ourselves first. And we're animals too, so we have to take care of our own health.
I liked when that person said you just should all over yourself.
Remember that anytime you're telling yourself that you should do something, I just should all over myself. Don't should yourself.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Okay, so I've now seen that you've said depression and anxiety. I'm really going to recommend that you try the CBD oil. That's good. That's good for both.
Yes.
I love it. Right. Rujita, shark is life. Shark is life. Na 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 na. Some people are talking about 250 grams of peanut butter, and yeah, that would be a lot of saturates.
Someone was saying, is it okay to bulk on that? I think earlier on.
I wouldn't go mad. I would use some, but I wouldn't go mad on it. I quite like almond butter because it's good for omega-3, I think, is it? Almonds? Don't quote me. I'm going to look that up, actually. But a lot of vitamin E is a particular reason I like almonds. I think they're quite alkaline as well, whereas some nuts and seeds can be acidifying, I think. Almonds. Yeah, 250 grams. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing 250 grams of peanut butter. Oh no, almonds are rubbish for omega-3. I tell a lie, but loads of vitamin E though, so that's good. It's easy to be a little low on vitamin E if you're eating relatively low fat, whole foods, plant-based. It's quite easy to be low on vitamin E if you're not paying attention. So almonds, sunflower seeds, love them. So I try to get a couple of these things in of a day. Almonds or almond butter, sunflower seeds, blackberries, avocado, sweet potato. What else is good? Apricots and dried apricots, nutter butt squash.
Tomatoes, have you said?
Tomatoes, I didn't say yet.
Mango is pretty good.
Mango, red peppers. There's a lot of things with a good whack of vitamin E, but it would be easy to actually not, accidentally not have any of those things of a day and come in low. Like I say, particularly if you're eating lower fat, which I think is probably healthier.
What time are we streaming?
Oh yeah. What have we been doing? We've done 70 minutes. We started a little late, didn't we? I don't mind really. I don't mind.
I'm a little bit hungry.
Yeah, we'll call it when you want to call it.
5 more minutes.
5 more. We've got 5 more minutes, folks. Do get your comments or questions in. You got 5 minutes.
Why don't you skip right to the end?
I'll skip to the forefront.
Forward, yeah, I mean.
Rugita is asking bell or chili. I guess you're talking about the red pepper, and it was the capsicum. The bell pepper. Chris Grant, I have 2 tablespoons of sunflower, tablespoon of flax, tablespoon of chia in my smoothie about every day. Yeah, I do very similar. So I have a couple of chia, 1 flax in my smoothie, and on the bulk I'll up the chia a little bit as well. And then, I'll probably have a couple of tablespoons of sunflower seeds through the day. Soy the boy, opinions on MSG, thinking of using that instead of salt. I understand it's meant to be well nasty for us. I ate some food with it in once and it gave me a headache and a stomach ache, really bad. Really made me feel low.
They put that in, I hear they put that in a lot of fast food because it makes it kind of addictive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peggy Hill kindly donated $5. Thank you, Peggy Hill. Smashed chest and triceps yesterday and smashing back and biceps today, making those vegan gains. Also, just a record, I'm a guy. Yeah, no, I knew you were a guy because I've heard Vegan Gains referring to you as a guy, and I know you've been in this stream for a long time. Wasn't that interesting when VG came into our stream last night? That was good to see him. Leon, coconut. Oh, and thanks for the super chat supporting what we're doing. No question, just supporting local neighbourhood vegan YouTuber, the kindness of his heart. He's a lovely, lovely, lovely American man. Peggy Hill. Is that after King of the Hill's wife? Hank. Was she called Peggy? Peggy Hill. Leon Kutstra. Coconut oil isn't healthy, both raw and heated. It has cholesterol raising fats. Yeah, specifically it has the long and very long chain triglycerides. Worse than beef fat. Worse.
Shall I post your video about oil and why you shouldn't have it?
Yeah, go on then. Why the hell not? Jeff Schumacher, what about eating raw coconut oil raw without heating it? Same. It's just going to clog your arteries up, I'm afraid. I wish it wasn't the case because that would be a great calorie source. Correct. Is raw kale safe in smoothies? Yeah. I found I can't tolerate a lot of it though, and it gives me like sort of gut issues. So I actually, if I'm going to have kale in a smoothie, unless I have the tiniest amount, I will actually cook it personally. But most people are probably fine. Slightly crazy vegan. Vegan Games refers to me as a guy sometimes. He's obviously not watched your videos then, has he? That's all I can say to that one. Oh, where's that one now? Healthy herbivore, are omega-3 vegan supplements healthy? Yeah, I like to add 250 milligrams per day, combined EPA, DHA. Now, the company I represent, Vivo Life, they are third-party tested for like over 500 contaminants, so they're probably the safer one to go for. They do a little pipette, and it's actually so... I hope they're not watching because they might not like me for saying this, but it's so super concentrated. I actually just do 2 of those a week. They say to do it daily. I just do 2 a week, and that gives you just over that 250 milligrams per day. Link in the description. 10% off with code HENCH10. Give us your money. Who is that? Looks like Keith Lemon. Looks like Keith Lemon with a trident.
We've had 2 super chats.
Super chat. Peggy's back. Yes, this is based off of the King of the Hill character, Peggy Hill. I'm a big fan of that show. Also, where's Cowboy?
The
Cowboy!
back door's open, so she's in and out. She'll go out and explore for a while, then she'll come in for some reassurance, and then she'll go out again.
I loved King of the Hill. Who was the exterminator guy? What was his name? He was the funniest character, I thought. What was he doing one day? He went really bonkers. Dale was his name? Yeah, I used to love that show so much. And then their little boy got gangrene because he kept eating like organ meats or something. Not gangrene. What's that called when you have painful joints and whatever? Gout. Gout. Mac Fire kindly donated 500 yen. Thank you very much. That's really kind. I think in John Venus' case, it's going to be some kind of gut issue, and this sounds like a job for Goji Man, especially if he got better skin when he switched. I don't really believe him on the skin thing. He did that close-up on Instagram recently, and he had scarring from when he had acne from when he ate animal products. That's all it was. Like, there was nothing new there. I think he's just coming out with excuses. That is the most inventive excuse ever. I can't be vegan because my baby's not vegan. Well, your baby's not driving cars or making YouTube videos, so you're going to stop doing that as well. Not hating, just saying. Thank you for your kind support. Right, what do you want to sign off there, mate?
Yeah. I'm going to post a link to our cookbook because it's half price during quarantine, and quarantine may not be much longer. So there you go.
Get it while it's hot. 30 high protein, whole foods, plant-based recipes. Keep you well and hopefully virus free. Thanks to the moderators for doing such a wonderful job.
Yeah.
Thanks for the generous super chats. You guys are amazing. And thanks for the chats. Thanks for a lovely community that we feel a big part of. And if you're new here, we'd love you too, you know, as well, to become part of the Hench Herbivore community, I was trying to say. You can do that by hitting the subscribe button, clicking the bell icon so you're notified of new videos and live streams. We live stream, like, we definitely do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but then we try to come on other times. But if you've not got your notifications turned on, you might not know. So do subscribe, do hit that notification bell, and YouTube will hopefully tell you, oh, your favourite couple, they're going live, go and hang out with them, make their day, throw them a freaking bone here. What else have we got to say? Follow us on the gram, Gemma_Herbivore.
Hench_Herbivore.
Follow us on the TikToks, Hench_Herbivore. And is that all the things?
Yeah. We're mostly on most nights, 6 till 7.
We're gonna try and be on nearly every night. Yeah. I'd like to do every night. We've got friends coming over one night, haven't we? Soon?
Yeah, so maybe one night a week we won't be on, but most nights we will. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. We love you from the bottom of our hearts. Yeah. As someone said to me yesterday on their Instagram, I won't embarrass them by saying who that was, but that meant a lot to us. And we'll leave you with that conundrum. Oh, it nearly fell over. It's good night for me.
Good night